Hey, what's up, guys? No, it's been a long time since I've posted a video or anything. Quality's gonna be kind of low because I'm on my phone, and it's gonna be some weird stuff to talk about. So, first thing, many of you know me as Jason, Sunshine, what have you. A lot of you know now that I am sick and dealing with health issues. The first major health issue I'm dealing with really is a disease called NASH. It's called non-alcoholic steatohepatitis syndrome. It's been a trip since I was diagnosed back in January of 2011. And the way things started that day was, day after New Year's, didn't go out, didn't celebrate, wasn't drinking, anything like that. Got to work, started vomiting, extreme pain. Felt like this rib right here was completely fractured and somebody was just pushing on it. Basically, you had me curled up in a ball in a retail store, and it was so bad that my best friend Daniel had to come get me, take me to the ER. Sat there for God knows how long, running test after test after test. They come back telling me that I have end-stage liver disease, stage 4 cirrhosis. They didn't know I had NASH at the time because I hadn't gone to hepatologists and all the fun specialists. So they basically say, you have liver disease, do you drink, do you do this, do you do this, do you do this? I basically was open with them about my past, which many of you know about my past. I was a social drinker from 18 to 21, just like any kid out there partying. I experimented, I had my fun. I got out of it. I quit at 21. I was already, 25 at the time when I got sick, 24, 25, around there. So it was a real shock coming to me, and we didn't know if it was hereditary. When you first find out something like that, it's a total shock. Then I tried to go back to work, tried to do things, the way I could progressively, and it just didn't work out. I finally ended up having to go on disability because I was pushing myself, pushing my body, and I was getting worse from my condition. So I took a leave of absence, and that's where things kind of started to get hairy with everything. I went on disability, and as it stands, I'm still fighting for disability. I left in June of 2011 from my employment, which I won't mention at this time. But I left my employer at the time, applied for the disability, started going through this. The employer goes through a large insurance company to verify that you're out sick and you're not just calling in work or whatever, or trying to scam them, which I can understand. As a major company, you have to protect your assets and yada, yada, yada. Understanding from the company's side, but this is America, this is business, this is how business is run. So they're doing what they have to do. They have the insurance company that I've been fighting with for the past 2 years to maintain my benefits and things like that. It's become a whole thing, lawyers involved. Basically, as it stands, I'm broke as a joke. I'm not working. My parents are helping me out financially. My insurance is sporadic now. I have to fight to get it on and off, on and off. So I'm trying to do my thing. Meanwhile, my health is, getting progressively worse. To break it down to you, NASH is like a non-transferable form of hepatitis. And hepatitis attacks your immune system. So what this form does is it basically causes a fatty liver. And everybody knows I've been a fat dude my whole life. No big deal. I'm a big dude. I'm always going to be a big dude. So anyways, NASH, attacks your liver. And what it does is your liver is a body filter that filters out all the crap and all that stuff. That's why when you go drinking, kids, your liver hurts in the morning because it is filtering out all the booze and all the fat and all that shit. And when you drink too much and get cirrhosis through alcohol, it's actually the fat of the liquor storing and hardening your liver. So same principle with me, no booze involved, which sucks. Nikki Six, if you're out there and you see this, you suck, because I've read your book and I know what you've gone through. So you suck, dude, because yeah. I'm hating to hate right now, even though I love you guys. So, my liver is totally fucked. I need a transplant. As it stands right now with insurance and everything, realistically, chances of making a transplant aren't that good because of financial, insurance, and those are the two big factors right now. It's finance and insurance. I've lost the weight. I don't know if you guys can tell or see, like I said, this is crappy shot with my phone. I've lost a lot of weight. I at one point was at 460. Now I'm at 290. So do the math there, kids. I'm wearing a shirt that I wore in high school that hasn't fit me since my junior year. That's over a decade ago. So that goes to show how much weight I've lost and stuff like that from being sick. I don't eat much, and it's all because of internal issues going on. My liver failed. Since my liver failed, my spleen got a thrombosis or something like that. Basically, it's a blood clot in the spleen of sorts. Your average human spleen's about 9 centimeters, roughly around a navel orange, something like that. Mine's at 40, close to 40 centimeters now. So if you take a look right here, I don't know how well you can see, your bottom ribs right here, and then you have your stomach and stuff. Well, my spleen's pushing against my bottom rib, my lung internally, and my stomach. So I'm in constant pain on the left side of my body because of this. Because I have just this huge organ that's filled with blood. To use an analogy, it's like a balloon filled with shaving cream, essentially in there. We can't really do anything about it except put me on medication for it, thinners, etc., which I've been on, which are helping. But also, I have symptoms similar to anemia. If you don't know what anemia is, you bleed out real easy. So I'm a high surgical risk because of that and because my white blood cell count's so low. So you're thinking, why don't you just pull the spleen out? Well, we can't. It's too dangerous. So my spleen is totally just there, living large and making hell for my life. My pancreas has started having issues as well. Your pancreas kind of helps with your blood sugar, insulin, things like that. So when I start to get really sick, which happens a lot, I didn't mention this, but I'm in and out of the hospital quite frequently. Just because my condition is so weird and wonky and unstable, and there's so many things. I could go on for hours about how bad it is, really, and just barely touch the iceberg of what's going on with me. But my pancreas has started to go out. So there'll be times where I'm hyperglycemic or I'm full on diabetic. I've had to get insulin shots and I've had them stuffing me with sugar. Which is a total roller coaster ride and yo-yo considering I don't have diabetes. Next on the list that's gone is my gallbladder, and that's what's causing the major issues right now because I have, I believe, 3 or 4 gallstones in there with some sludge, and they're not coming out. Again, surgery is such a high risk, they only want to chance it with the liver transplant. So, with my gallbladder doing what it's doing, apparently it happens in a lot of cases with cirrhosis. It sucks. Those are the internal organ issues that I'm having pretty much, anemia, white blood cell low count, weird ghost case of diabetes on occasion, constant pain because of my gallbladder, constant pain because of my spleen. When my pancreas decides to throw in the mix, it's just a party. I'm on painkillers constantly, which sucks. So let's move on because there's still a lot of issues I need to cover. Honestly, I haven't told a lot of people, and I need to just get it off my chest because it's building up and it's wearing at me and it's just not cool. And you guys care about me. I know those of you watching this actually care about me that are close to me or fans of me from when I was drumming in 6 Bullet or singing in 6 Bullet, are fans and care and want to know what's going on. So the next thing, that's kind of like the big thing that's really hard and tears me up is when your liver goes, your liver is a processor, it's a filter like I said. So your body creates ammonia, which is, a chemical that's found in cleaning agents and all kinds of crap out there. Well, your body creates it naturally. And your liver processes it, goes out through your urine, what have you, through your body. Well, since my liver is completely, given up and pretty much dead, the ammonia is going in my bloodstream. Now, I'm on medication for this, but it only helps to a point. And what's happening is the ammonia goes in your bloodstream, it goes to your brain, and actually causes brain damage, which a lot of times if you meet people who have cirrhosis from drinking or anything like that, you think, oh, they just drank so much they killed their brain cells, and now they're cirrhotic and they're sick and whatever. That's actually not the case. The case is, well, I mean, it can be the case. They could have drank themselves stupid. I'm not one to say in any case other than mine. But what happens is it eats at your brain and it causes damage and it creates Alzheimer's-like effects. And a lot of you don't see this because you talk to me through text message, email, Skype. You know, I can control it. I maintain a balance. I don't want to present that image of me being sick, and I try and keep strong for everyone. But the realistic part is, you know, I'm just like someone who's developing Alzheimer's in their 60s or 70s. And I forget things, I can't do things, I can't, God, my life has changed so drastically because of this. There's days I'll wake up confused as hell and not know what the hell's going on. And I just kind of float through the day. And there's other days where I'm totally like, hey, cool, I'm on the ball. My short-term memory's really jacked at this point. But the big one is I'm forgetting memories of people, of things I did. And until you experience that, that's hard. I was engaged for a year, and you know, being a lot of it was more recent memory. There were some great times that we had, and I have photos, but I don't remember it. There were concerts I went to with friends, and they'll tell me about it, and I'm like, yeah, man, that was a cool concert. Realistically, I don't remember it. I'm getting a little choked up here, because it's hard. Losing a part of yourself is hard. Forgetting people, places, things, it's hard. And many of you, I would never wish this upon. Hell, none of you I would wish this upon, because it's hell. Between the health, the memory issues, it's bad. And the ammonia has actually caused damage to the brain to the point that I'm actually having seizures now. And there was a major stressful point in my life last year, and around then was when they started really triggering. And sometimes I'll have small ones, big ones. You know, a lot of people haven't seen me have them. Those who have seen small ones because I fight it as hard as I can. But my best friend Daniel, he's seen it. He's been right there for me, and you know, it's a scary thing to have a seizure, and especially when you can't control it and they come randomly and you don't know if it's going to be a small one or a big one, and they wear you down physically and emotionally. You feel like you got hit by a truck, and emotionally you're a train wreck for a day, a few days, it depends. So I stopped driving when I started having them. And that's been hard too, not being able to drive, because many of you know I would drive hundreds of miles just to go see a friend. I'd be like, oh, you're bored? Cool, I'll be there in like 3 hours, dude. That was who I was, you know? And I'm not that anymore. I can't drive. It sucks. But, you know, realistically, as everything stands right now with insurance, finances, battling the insurance company for my benefits and things like that, the chances of me getting a transplant right now are not looking that great. And with the compounding effects of my internal organ issues, mental issues, etc., realistically, I've got about, I'd like to say 5 years. It's more like 3 to 1, depending. It's rough because there's so many things. I'm kind of like a bubble boy. I stay home 90% of the time, if not more, for various reasons. Could be longer if I am lucky enough to be blessed to go longer without further mental capacity diminishing or anything like that. I'd be happy. There's also a realistic chance I could lose my mental faculties to the point I would need to be put into a care facility. Not a pleasant thought at 26. I try my hardest every day. I try and keep positive. It's not easy. I do my best to fight this and stay strong. I do my best to do everything. And, you know, I hope that answered a few questions and opened the eyes of a few of you out there. as to what's going on with me. You know, I know it's hard to hear, hard to accept. A lot of people won't hear it or accept it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to submit them below. You can get me at Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, Vampire Freaks. I'm on the web. You guys know where to find me. I'm gonna post another video up in a bit, and it's gonna have me drumming, because a lot of people probably don't think I can drum anymore. And honestly, it's the only thing keeping me sane. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope this answered some questions and have you guys understand the severity of everything and the realistic situation. So keep out there, keep doing what you're doing. I love you all, and you know, check out the drum video. All right, later, guys.